Hello and welcome to Escape from Mount Backlog, one man's quest to defeat his game's library. Today we'll be looking at the Assassin's Creed Chronicles Trilogy, developed by Climax Studios and published by Ubisoft. The Assassin's Creed Chronicles Trilogy is, as the name suggests, a trilogy of games published by Ubisoft and developed by Climax Studios. Climax previously worked on several ports and led development on Silent Hill Homecoming and Shattered Memories. Those were the two Western developed Silent Hill games. The Chronicles Trilogy are a series of 2.5D stealth games that honestly are decent but lack the polish of another 2D stealth game, Clay's Mark of the Ninja. The controls feel a bit slippery and slightly unresponsive, so in that way it's kind of like mainline Assassin's Creed games. So yay for consistency. Anyway, the trilogy takes place over 3 time periods, playing 3 different assassins. The first part, China, you play as Xiao Jun, trained by the legendary assassin grandmaster Ezio Auditore de Firenze. Your quest? To reclaim a precursor box and kill some Templar conspirators who want to open the gates of the Great Wall to let in the Mongol horde or something. In the second, India, you play as Arbaz Mir in 1841, during the war between the Sikh Empire and the East India Company. You also have some kind of gem that is linked to the precursor box from the first episode, because of course it is. The Templars have the box again, and you try to claim it because of the whole gem thing. Also, you've got a girlfriend slash lover who's also a princess that's kind of involved in some way. I don't know. The third episode, Russia, you play as Nikolai Orlov and Princess Anastasia in 1918 during the aftermath of the October Revolution. Nikolai is trying to escape Russia with his family, but gets pulled into one last mission for the Assassin Order and is getting way too old for this shit. Nikolai has a shard of Arbaz's gem, and when he finds Anastasia, the Russian princess, she is in possession of the precursor box. Apparently the Tsars had it. Anyway, so when Nikolai finds Anastasia and the gem and the box react, she becomes possessed by Xiao Jun, which justifies her playing exactly like an assassin without any training. Look, the plot is as much of a convoluted mess as the main series, which is a shame because there could have just been straightforward plots. But no, Ubisoft just had to Ubi it up. Gameplay can be likened to Mark of the Ninja, but as I said previously, it's just not as tight or responsive. You have an arsenal of weapons and tools to aid in your mission, from a standard sword for combat encounters, smoke bombs, and some kind of grapple, and a contextual hidden blade. You can't use it when you want, only in specific assassination situations. And to get the highest score, there's a scoring system tied to unlockable upgrades. You have to ghost levels. So if you're a score chaser, you don't get to use the blade. Okay, well that's not entirely true. Sometimes you have to assassinate a target because it is still ostensibly an Assassin's Creed game. Yeah, as you can tell from the gameplay in the background, I didn't try to ghost the whole game. It seemed pointless, really. Visually is where the games really start to stand out. All 3 games have a unique look and feel. China has a watercolor painting aesthetic, which is nice, but doesn't really stand out. India, on the other hand, has bright splashes of color and stylized pattern blood sprays, all very reminiscent of what could be considered classic Indian art. It's very floral and colorful. Lots of bright splashes, and the background really looks great. So it's a pity that almost half of the game takes place inside palaces or precursor temples, because those really mute the color palette. Russia, of all 3, has my favorite look, at least for part of it. Outdoor sections have this stark black and white contrast with red thing going on, which makes the whole game look like those old Soviet propaganda posters. But with all 3, my problem is that the look is only prominent during outdoor sections. I mean, it seems like a total missed opportunity to have these gorgeous outdoor environments only to shove you into a palace, factory, dungeon, whatever that just looks like any other game. All the other aspects of the game are serviceable, but don't really stand out. Like the music is fine. I mean, it completely fits each of the games, but it's just not as memorable as some other games that I may have mentioned in the past. Doom! Look, at the end of the day, if you're a massive Assassin's Creed fan, and you want to get your hands on every little bit of lore sprinkled throughout this series, you've probably already played this trilogy. If not, I can't really recommend them. If you want to play a 2D stealth game, just play Mark of the Ninja instead. And that'll just about wrap up this episode of Escape from Mount Backlog. Have you played any of the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games? Do you want to? Hash it out in the comments below. And now what at least 3 of you have been waiting for, the results of the poll and the giveaway. With 40% of the vote, the next game I'll cover will be The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. And if you were worried about the results, here's a pie chart that Pollmaker gave me. And of course, the winner for the giveaway is on screen now. Congratulations! Emails have been sent, and the game will be delivered shortly, sooner than you might even think. Join us next week when we'll be playing, well, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing.